There you are. You have it. In about 2 minutes, you have seen our promise in action. You have seen augmented identity that you benefit from every minute of every day, without even noticing it. And that's precisely what you did not see in the film, which is important. Security solutions that we deploy, which help people in their everyday life, in everything they do, from the most routine tasks to the most important ones. Transparent security. Allow me to spend a few minutes on what you have not just seen now in the film. The first one was in a bank. What do we see? I'm sure you will agree how time-consuming it could be, no offense to my bank clients, to open a bank account, but also to check out from an hotel, or to rent a car. You see here with our solution, which comes into play during the film, difficulties and frictions are over. No more forms, no more paperwork, frictionless. So, what did we just see? Or, well, I should say, what did we not just see? We didn't see 4 solutions. First one, the in-branch instant account opening. The bank advisor is using customer biometric passport to verify and confirm the identity in real time. This is our technology. ID document verification and biometric identification. We have already deployed that successfully with a Brazilian bank, Itaú, in Brazil. This client has already identified 45 million of their customers through their biometrics. Thanks to the MorphoWave technology, it scans the client fingerprints, which are directly recorded and stored into the biometric F-code payment card. By the way, we will be launching the F-code card soon on the market. Our production capacity is limited, so for those who are excited by that, please take the orders at the exit. Immediately. I recommend, reserve the seats. And straight after that, the bank can produce and issue a payment card to the customer. This is what we call instant card issuance. This operation from start to finish takes only a few minutes to perform. Again, we have done that already with 45 million customers in Brazil. At the same time, a digital payment card can also be downloaded immediately into the client's smartphone. So they can use it to pay as soon as they walk out of the bank. It's more convenient for the consumer and it accelerates revenue for the bank. It's win-win. In parallel, in the digital space, we saw a woman opening a bank account online without even facing a bank clerk. And here again, our technologies help to accelerate and simplify the process and make it frictionless, while still guaranteeing the highest level of security. This is called, we call it digital instant account opening. The future customer is identified in quite a simple way. First, she takes a picture of his ID. The authenticity of the ID can be verified through our cloud-based system, like in the US, for example, where we supply 80% of our driver license, and we know exactly which security feature is on which driving license of each state. Then she takes a selfie of herself with a liveness test, and both the ID and the selfie can be compared together to make sure that the person is really the one holding the ID. This process is simple, through face biometry, fast and efficient, and it combines 2 of our technology again, ID document verification and biometric identity verification. The contract is then signed using an electronic signature, and again we do that in France with many bank customers, and so quite logically the process ends right where it started, in the customer hands. A new payment card is immediately issued, digitalized and activated into her smartphone in a few minutes, thanks to our digital enablement cloud-based platform. Until now, no bank has yet offered this just using a smartphone-based digital process, but things are changing rapidly because we are in the process of deploying this type of offer with a French bank today. In the next scene, you probably saw that the two persons, the man and the woman, are married. They want to buy flowers inside the shop. But the man goes there first, and he's paying using his biometric card. You saw him making no PIN code, just accepting the payment with his fingerprint, which is loaded inside the microchip in the card. But if his wife had managed to pay first, she would have used her smartphone to pay with her digital virtual card. This is what we call in-store mobile payment. And we already do that for major payment systems in the world. Apple Pay in Japan, Samsung Pay in Spain, Orange Pay in France, Westpac in Australia, Falabella in Chile, etc., etc. So you see we can use two methods, physical, digital, to make the same purchase. Seamless, both worlds. Convenience, highly convenient. Second episode, the airport story. Everybody knows the stress of traveling. I was stuck 2 weeks ago for 2 days in Mumbai. I tell you, traveling becomes more and more stressful. The airport is a place where security-driven requirements are in conflict with the need to move more passengers quickly and smoothly in an ever-increasing number. So this is a conflict. The journey that you saw actually starting, as everyone knows, with something that feels like an obstacle course. You have to accept, however, the security measures which are imposed on us for obvious reasons, obvious threats, unfortunately, of terrorism. So how can we eliminate the constraints and maintain or increase the level of security? What you saw in the film a few minutes ago, the woman we followed in a smooth and seamless journey from the home to the plane was quite chilled out. Why and how was this possible? The story actually begins with easy, secure traveler enrollment here, based on the same principle as the one we use to open a bank account. You scan your passport and you authenticate through a selfie. So you bridge the passport with the person. She gets her boarding card on the smartphone directly, and she also receives the confirmation of the validity of the passport. And a message telling her to go straight to security. And then checking security, nobody. Just checking with facial authentication. This is made possible through our fast biometric border control technology. Our traveler then goes through security, through an e-gate, without even producing the passport. Passport is already known somewhere and stored somewhere. Why? Because her face has been used to identify her. But you could do that like we do in other parts of the world with the iris. The biometric face recognition is also used at the snack bar, where she buys a sandwich with her face and a newspaper, again using facial recognition technology. And when she boards, she doesn't need to produce any document. Again, her face is enough. Built-in security, native security. This example shows the power of our companies together that we extract from the different know-how that we can combine. We use Morpho biometric solution to secure the journey. They fit into the existing infrastructure. They comply with legal requirements. And we use, on the other hand, OT digital technology to transfer the credential from a fixed equipment in airport wirelessly to our smartphone. You might think it's science fiction. You might think this is a nice vision. Absolutely not. This type of solution will be first introduced in the world for the first time, a complete solution, at Terminal 4 of the Changi Airport in Singapore, the most advanced airport in the world. 80 million passengers a year. Terminal 4, targeting 50 million additional with this technology. Not in 10 years, not in 2 years, next month, in November. By eradicating the queuing time of all those airport control points, we believe that through our solution, each passenger should be able to reach the duty-free zone in less than 10 minutes. Less than 10 minutes. You will agree with me, it's obviously a revolution compared to what we experience today. Third example, probably my favorite one. Some people who know me understand what I mean. This one is my favorite one because it's probably the one which is illustrating the most the complementarity between OT and Morpho's technology, merged into one of them to fix a problem, a severe pain point of the traveler, how to rent a car simply and fast. Honestly, I am still personally amazed that you can go from Paris to Marseille in less than 3 hours, but when you arrive in Marseille, most of the time you have to queue for 30 minutes just to book a car. Here again, our innovation works at all levels to make the journey both frictionless and secure. From the booking to the moment he leaves the car park, there are 4 OT Morpho solutions at play that you didn't see. First, the person books his car online and uploads his driver license. Same technology than before. Show your driver license in front of your phone, take a selfie of yourself to match the driver license with the person. Easy. Now you have a real person owning a driver license, capable to drive in front of you with authorized to drive. What comes into play here again is trusted digital identity technology from Morpho. 2, we have what we call the keyless car entry. Keyless car entry and in-car connectivity. Thanks to his phone, he knows, easy, where is the car, and he goes directly to the parking lot. But better, we can securely download. You didn't see the guy having a physical key. We can securely download a digital key into the phone so that he can open the car like you would pay contactless. Proximity payment. Proximity car opening. And then he can enjoy his favorite music. If you push the solution to the extreme, his best seat position can be automatically put on the car, downloaded from the cloud, and other personalized preferences, as this information has been sent remotely to the connected vehicle and securely thanks to our embedded SIM technology. You can even push the solution to the extreme. You have cameras in the car, and having a driver facial recognition to make sure that the person who is sitting behind the steering wheel is really the one who has booked the car and owns the driver license. Security end-to-end. And then finally, last but not least, you must pay, leaving the car park, very straightforward, thanks to our in-car payment, a new digital payment experience that our driver enjoys. His bank details and other biometric data are being transferred into what we call a secure element, built into the car, in the dashboard, so the car can make payments on behalf of the driver. This is obviously saving the user the trouble of producing his credit card. Science fiction? No. Daimler-Benz has millions of connected vehicles in its fleets, and was the first car maker to deploy our smart connectivity management for the new Mercedes Class E. This, you understand, optimized quality of services, connectivity deployment, and connectivity cost. We are already, as we speak, deploying such a solution with a Brazilian customer. Why? Because that customer told me that they are today on the market losing, stolen, 6% of their car fleet vehicle per year. 6% of car lost. They can't afford it. They want an end-to-end security solution. which is at the same time convenient for the driver. We are doing that at the moment. Fourth example. Another place, another story, this place. The man you just saw, going to a concert hall. Once again, a concert hall is unfortunately a risky zone, in terms of safety, of course, and a source of stress for this fan who is worrying about maybe arriving late or not finding a seat. Honestly, how can you explain today, with all technology that exists, that in order to go and see a football game or a concert somewhere, and ensure a minimum level of security that you need to search manually 80,000 people? That just doesn't make sense. For these people and for many others, we develop solutions so that security does not get in the way of enjoying your free time. Among the solutions in the film, I would like to mention quickly a few ones. Our music fan is arriving at the show venue using the Otimorpho TSA PreCheck. The TSA PreCheck application is displaying a passcode on his connected watch. This TSA PreCheck application is already in use in the US. Those who travel know that you can go through a fast lane in the US using TSA PreCheck enrollment. And we have already achieved in the US a key milestone by enrolling more than 5 million customers to facilitate air passenger flow and onboarding. Then our fan gets inside the venue, much faster, of course, through the priority lane, then through the security check, which he gets through easily using his smartwatch or his fingerprints. This use case is made simple thanks to 3 of our technological bricks coming together into one. Our biometric fast pre-check, our connected watch for access control, which is combining an embedded secure element for security and an embedded SIM for connection. Our fan's journey is smooth, right to the end. And, of course, cherry on the cake, he's using his connected watch for payment, to buy his drink, and find his seat. Because his wallet and concert ticket were both available, downloaded through our cloud-based digital enablement platform into his watch. So, let me stop here. As you have gathered from those 4 examples of real life, our vision is not only a dream. We put it into action. Our solutions live up to our ambitions. This is not science fiction. Some of them already exist. Some of them are still in development and testing, of course. And believe me, many more are currently being invented and are still in the brain of our employees. This is the future. This is a vision that we are proposing to you. Those innovations are made possible thanks to our unrivaled position on the security, identity, and authentication markets. This position was born from the coming together of 2 unique, complementary DNA companies to just form one, the market-leading group. This leadership is a result of our talented people, the women and the men in our group, who anticipate, dream up, design, develop, and of course market. That's why we are here. We should sell those to you and market our digital security identification and authentication solution of today and tomorrow. Our goal is to help facilitate your business. And to your service, you have 14,000 employees working for a safer world all over the world, not only in France. In Łódź, Poland, in Jakarta, Indonesia, They're watching you. In Noida, India, in Johannesburg, South Africa, in Abu Dhabi, Middle East, in Billerica, near Boston. Now, let me tell you the truth. Let me tell you the truth. At this very moment, there are more than 12,000 of them who are connected to our live stream, securely of course, to share this very special day with us. 12,000. And that's not the full truth. The full truth is, a part of them, the Paris team, 1,500 people, are right there with you. You don't believe me? Yes, they are. Look, they are right in front of you this morning, right here. Thank you. What I can say is that though our 14,000 people have all one thing in common. I told you before, 18 nationalities. But they have one thing in common. They are really, really proud to be part of the leader of augmented identity, isn't it? And finally, I'm personally really proud to finally, that's the reason we are here, right? Reveal our new brand, your new brand, your new name. You want to see it? Yeah! You want to see it? Our new brand. Idemia. Idemia is the name of our new augmented identity leader, of your new augmented identity leader. Why Idemia? I, of course, because our technologies are centered on the individual, on you. ID, obviously, meaning identity. Idem, the same in English, as I said before, we are building bridges between the physical and the digital world, Idem, for individual and objects. ID, for ID. Idemia, finally, because you are you, and only you can be you. And Idemia helps you to prove it. So, let me enter in the conclusion, and before I bring this founding moment to life in our company, I would like to thank all of you here today. First, I would like to thank you, all employees of Idemia around the world, for your professionalism, your expertise, your commitment, your know-how, your passion for what you do. Idemia is your brand, the brand of augmented identity. Take it. Take it. Make it grow. Make it successful. That's your task, starting today. And I know I can count on you. Right? Yeah. I tell you, I'm privileged and I'm proud to be your CEO. Now, I'd like to thank you, friends, colleagues, for coming here this morning. By coming, you have shown to us that you are interested in security issues, you are interested in the future. To finish, I'd like to make actually an analogy with this beautiful building we are in this morning. You probably have noticed the enormous photovoltaic sail, S-A-I-L, not cell, which is in front of this building, which is turning towards the sun, supplying energy to this venue. We, Idemia, we intend the same, to remain at the forefront of security for the 21st century, to supply the world with what it needs, augmented identity. And we need all of you here today to be the ambassadors of what we are trying to achieve together. Make the world a safer place. Now, I am inviting you to go and see some of the innovation for a fact that we have prepared to you under the form of a few demos in the background. Thank you very much.